Sago, but later on I'm going to try to invite Paul68KDMD, see if he's available. I'm available for just under an hour. But let's see how Sago plays. I'm very curious. They said they're fine with anyone, so I went ahead and joined this room.
Round one. Ready, go!
Good. Good. Very good. Alright, that was a fun round. They're learning Leon, so let's see how it goes. Good. That's good. Alright, they're going to go like that way. Very good. Good. So we'll punish this 8KK. We'll do lessons. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very nice. Oh, that was good. It's a nice combo.
Round four. Ready, go!
Good. Alright, good game. I actually didn't mean to ring him out this time. But it was a good game. It's a good game.
I want a serious fight.
Blurring jumped into our room. I see. Alright, good to have Blurring in here. Okay, iFix Machine will be back on soon, so that'll be good. Oh, Paul just messaged me. Cool. He read my mind.
Round two. Ready, go! Round three. Ready, go!
Paul asked if I wanted to play some sets. I do, but right now I feel like obligated to Blurring, but I do want to play Paul actually. Very good. So from now on, I should have barred when he does this. He's going to try to throw because I'm going to react with an evade. That's very good. So let's try to bar. It's going to be hard to control myself to do that, but let's try. Yep, same thing. Right there, evaded like again. Let's keep that under control. Very good. I tried to evade this shoulder, but I didn't get the evade. I got counter hit actually, so maybe it's a half circular. I need to look it up. That's good. Good game, Blurring. Good game. I am gonna go ahead and play Paul. I haven't fought Paul in a long time. I do want to spar more with Blurring.
Wow, it was ridiculous.
see the room. I'll go ahead and spar with Paul. It's taking time for iFix machine to go back on. Alright. I would love to. Would love to. I have about 40 minutes. So go ahead, make room is what I'm telling right now. Awesome. Alright, Paul's going to invite me in about 2 minutes. I need to message Blurring just to let him know. Awesome game, sparring with Paul. Okay, where is it? Yeah, it looks like Haya's got an internet problem, and that's okay. Having a sparring session with Paul is kind of what I've wanted to do for a while. Paul and I just have trouble finding the right time, and I hope Paul's doing well. I think they're in Florida now. I think they've moved from St. Louis to Florida, and so I really hope they're doing great. Let's see. Let's see, did I miss an invite? Not yet. So Paul will send an invite. He must be in the middle of a match with someone. That's okay. We're just waiting a little bit for Paul, so we'll do VFTV while we're waiting for Paul. VFTV is always fun to watch. Though, VFTV might actually be when I've had crashes, if I'm being honest. Seta So is the strongest player I fought in China. Really strong. I think his main is actually Lao and Brad, but he plays like everyone. He is amazing. He's He's played a lot in Japan. He does business trips to Japan quite often, and as a student, he studied in Japan. So a lot of his VF years were in Japan. That said, he might be in a teaching match with Vanessa. Love this combo. Yeah, really strong combo by Jeffrey. Jeffrey is really strong when he hits with frickin' especially when he hits with 3K plus G like that. It's only like, yeah, it's such a good attack. And he gets like the hell dunk hammer for the bound, and then he can do like a big swing launcher again. The scary thing about it, actually the scary thing about me on this stage is he can get people pretty close to the wall and do an extra conversion at the wall. Jeffrey is actually quite good at that. I'm kind of surprised.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Alright, we're still waiting on Paul's invitation. Let me respond to him, maybe he's waiting. What? Sounds great. Alright, sorry if you guys missed that part when I was filling in the message. Hopefully not. From my understanding, when I'm doing messages on the PlayStation 5 overlay, you guys won't. You guys will still watch what's happening on the main screen. But Paul's about to send an invite. So we got, oh, awesome. Aries is, I believe they're from either Greece or Italy. I think Italy. They're an awesome European player. Really good Leon. I learned a lot from watching their Leon. And then, I'm not familiar with the Lao, but it's awesome. Probably a Lao from Asia. Oh, there's an invite from Paul, so we don't get to see much, but let's try to watch the first round of this. Alright, he's being very cautious and careful. The connection might not be the best. Very interesting. This Lao is very committal. Alright. Alright, Paul. We're gonna fight Paul. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to keep calm. Expect myself to get beat. Just work on techniques. Work on techniques against Akira. Understand you get beat. Respect the Okizeme. This is gonna be the hardest part. Is I'm gonna hit like tech roll and I'm gonna eat it. So I need to just block if I do that. What? Did he leave because he saw it was yellow and yet he didn't just wait for it to just go green? Please tell me that's not what he did. Sometimes Paul does that though. If he sees a connection he doesn't like, he'll just quit. Okay, he invited again. Maybe he's hoping it'll be a better connection. Or maybe he wanted different rules like a set or something. I didn't see what the rules were in this room. Paul is the type that can lose patience a little bit. He's a patient person in manners, but he is a person who I get the sense that he fidgets. I'm okay. He might not like the yellow connection though, so we'll see. He's probably gonna quit and try to restart until he sees green, something like that. Now he's seeing like Florida to Portland, which is like opposite sides of the country. Yeah, I have a feeling he's not going to go with this yellow. Okay. Can I try making a room? Alright. Yeah, this is part of Paul's process. He's really a stickler for connections. He wants the best connection possible. And I understand that. He was sending me an image of his connection, which my connection's similar. I've got like a 500 up and down. Yeah, so he's worried about this connection. I don't really care too much about what it says on there, because when we play it's usually a little different than how it seems, but we'll go with his experience. He's not going to be happy with this connection. He's going to ask me if I port forwarded. Yeah, see. I'll go spy. I'll just tell him. So we'll spar another time. I'm going to go ahead and invite Blurring. I did forward my ports, but we'll try another setting later. It's okay. Paul's really stickler like that. It's okay. He's now in Florida though, and there are some people in Florida that I don't have a good connection with. I'll try the forwarded ports, but I'll try a different DNS later.
Fight! Round one. Ready, go!
Very good. Very good. The meaties are on point, so now I gotta respect the meaty, so we'll defend if we tech roll, but we'll see if he tries to beat that. he's explaining his philosophy. I know his philosophy, but for me, I'll fight anyone on any connection. So, and I get it, but we just have a different philosophy on that because there are a lot of factors. When I play in the arcades, it has a different timing, and as a player, I just have to get used to it. And for me, online has actually helped me with that. But it's okay because I know that Paul really wants it to be perfect connection. So and that's totally cool. A frame matters in VF, but it's not the only thing that matters. But it is if you want to play a very specific way only. But actually the game lets you, like the game makes use of a lot of delays, and you have to deal with delays, because your opponent's going to also delay. But it's okay because he does have a controlling game. Still works, like he works on buffering. And so the frame is less, but there are certain things that he does want to make sure that he just has no, he doesn't want any excuses to get in the way of doing those things. So I get it. But I'm also like, well, don't play online, you know? So if you want to be that strict about it. But he's doing the best he can. He wants the best connection and only play with the opponents with the best connection. But that's going to really limit who you play with. But he is a very strong player. He labs. So I'm not denying any of that. But it's okay. I am glad that we tried. So. And the thing is that it is going to be like that with some East Coast West Coast connection. But we're going to try because I think he gets a good. If he gets a good connection with Dennis, should be fine. And Dennis did say that his port forwarding worked for him pretty well. For me, I did do it, but there's different settings, and so I'll do it again, but it's okay. Like I said, everyone's right to their own philosophies.
What a knucklehead! Round one. Ready, go!
Good, he switched. He's not using down. Very good. That beats the 4P actually. Alright. Is he doing evading up and evading down? I forgot to actually punish him for that, but so far I hadn't had to, but let's do it now. Good, he's fading down.
Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Round four. Ready, go!
Very good. He's evading evading down. Okay. So the trick with evading someone that's evading either always up or always down is then what for Leon, line up your front leg to be the opposite of that. So line it up so that your open side is to that. Just like this, right? And that way, this makes like 8K so much better. It makes side kicks so much better. It makes those two. It also makes uppercut like so much better, right? So I'll do like this, right? Now this is gonna be better, right? And now he's just gonna be losing to that if he persists in evading down. So it's like, now we're making his evade directions bad unless he moves off of it. Now he can pivot. Pivot's a very good way to, if you're gonna do like up or down instead of like front or back, which is not a bad thing to do if you do it the right way, then you want to then what you want to do is you want to pivot. You want to go, okay, I'm going up, now I'm going down, now I'm going up, now I'm going down. That's what you do. If you insist on, like, if you don't make those change-ups though, and the opponent's hitting you out of it, then you're going to be in trouble because it's just such a big advantage for them to assault you for being predictable on the evade direction, right? Instead of just doing back or front. If you evade based on back or front, which is the way that's preferred in VF, then you have control over your opponent's attack options. But if you're doing like up down, this is going to be the hard part, is that you're going to have to be like, you might be victim to this, right? Like side kick there shouldn't beat him, right? Right there, right? Side kick should not. But side kick became a weakness for him because I know that my front foot is on the up. So my front foot's up, so now side kick is good if he persists in evading down. Now he can switch it. Like I said, you can totally switch it. It's still it's not as bad if you switch it. Very good. Now he's just like slowing it down. That was really good. That kick hit messed me up pretty good. Very good. Alright. So now, slow down the match. Very good. Slow it down. I'll speed it up though. Very good. Evading the wrong way is lethal here, so I need to watch this. So right there, it's hard. You don't have much time to see the leg, so I'm gonna work on that. It's gonna be something I lab. I need to remind myself to lab it. Very good. But very good. That was an excellent game. He came up with great solutions there. Completely. This is one of the reasons that it can be hard for him to feel consistent, though, is because his strategy is generally high risk, just like mine is. That's why we go back and forth, right? Because we like to crush each other, and so his defensive approach is good, but it's like strongly rooted in defense. It's not like flat out just keep away. It's not totally blocking people out. So it's just that like the requirement for his guessing game is like a lot. So he's got to guess like right, like a lot. And if I guessed, it's going to be very scary. And something like evade up and down is going to be even scarier. But he's a very strong player, so that's why he wins like a lot. Like his ability to read is very strong, and his skills very strong. It's just like just kind of the more he plays, the more he's gonna build like. The more that he plays, the more he'll come up with like ways to do it. But he, again, a lot of times he is attacking his way out of a solution. Now we need to call those things out a little more. So I mingled some defense that makes it harder for him to go after me, and then I went on the counter offensive and then guessed correctly. So that's why we tend to run away with our results quite a bit. But just by adding that little bit of defensiveness, while still maintaining, like, trying to throw stuff out there that like most of his options will get stuffed.
Round one.
In the range.
Ready, go!
Right now, making quick change-ups to between throw and attack. Right, just go. Okay, we'll change that. This is the ECD and the crouch. 9P is a very good way to call that out. If I commit to an attack, not if I just do ECD, right? But if I ECD and watch, then 9P gets like weaker. And then this crush the low punch. So let's try not to do low punches, right? Very good, very good. Let's do mids. And we use 4P here in case he uses certain Sabakis, but mostly because in case he uses a high punch.
Better. Round one. Ready, go!
Very good.
Round three. Ready, go!
Very good. Very good using back throw here. I covered forward.
My time is here.
Very good. This is always good and reliable.
Round 4. Ready, go!
He's still evading down. He can punish this. Like I gotta train him to punish that. If he blocks that, he can punish it. So this is the trap that gets him a lot. So just to understand, I'm crouch dashing, so I'm doing crouch backdash here. So in the future, if he makes this read, he can just go for sidekick or something. And that would punish me because the spacing is too precise. Crouch backdash can always be countered by sidekick. Like if somebody's doing it, is getting used to the idea that they can do it in the situation, then take advantage of it. Just go, oh, I lost the crouch backdash. That sucks, but it's okay. I now have an answer for it. And that means you try to recreate that exact situation, in which case it's like a throw escape, and then do it. But that's easier said than done. Very good. This is down punching card. I should just low throw. Very good. This was really good here. So this is, again, use a sidekick right here. Did a great job. He's still evading down. We'll punish that.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Very good. I do like that move setup though. He didn't commit to it, but that move is good. Like he's been using it really good. The 6P from like defense stance, it's actually pretty good. Like because I don't know if he's going to do follow-up or not, and I'm trying to watch for it, and so that's why I hesitate, and so he can punch that. So this setup is really good, and then this 6PK is pretty good too.
Ready, go!
Alright, harsher. Alright. I keep losing to ring out in this case because I keep thinking I can evade it, but 6P, it's just so hard to see the stance there, and that's why it's really good. I will master it, but that's in that situation, he's doing it after kick, so kick into 6P KK, right? So what's happening? The kick is a spin kick, and so it's hard for me to see the stance, but I'm going to practice looking at that. So kick into 6P KK. Then the 6P, I need to evade the correct way, and I think it's to the back, but I'm going to double check. And if it's to the front, then I just note it because now there's a hard need for that. And so again, punished him for evading to that direction. So right now he's evading down, right? And right now 8K is a very strong move against defense now. If I can at least line up to where he wants to evade, right? Just like this. Right? Same thing. He's evading to the down direction, so I'm punishing it. Good, he went with neutral. He's really good at mixing it up.
in, eh?
So things that I'm doing against him today, right? One, I'm trying to punish the evade direction.
Round 1.
Two, I am using stuff like backdash evade, even though it's gonna lose to that spin kick. As long as I can even out the damage that I take, we should be okay. But actually, this round, the damage is more on his side.
Knockout.
So now I was able to even it out eventually, but it took a lot of exchanges to do that.
Go.
So right now, that's still in his favor. I do need to adjust the hit throws. I was hoping to block one of these to counter poke him, but I didn't block it. So almost. I was hoping to catch that evade right there. I was like, you're gonna evade, I'm gonna get a counter hit off of it.
Go.
Oh, that should have been a ring out.
Knockout.
That should have been a ring out right there.
Round 4. Ready? Go. Excellent. What a knucklehead.
Almost time for me to go. I gotta pick up my kids from school. But this was a lot of fun. Blurring, I really appreciate this. I will give you notes, because I know you need the notes. And you can do it. You are a very strong player, but I am going to point out what's going on here.
My time is here. Knockout.
Very good.
Ready? Go.
Very good. Guaranteed back throw. You should watch what happens here.
Ready? Go.
Very good. Very good.
Ready? Go.
Same. He'll eventually get used to doing this.
Knockout. Round 5. Ready? Go.
good games. I'm gonna go propose. I'm gonna tell him that we'll chat on Discord.
I want a serious fight.
Hey, Blaine, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, alright. So, I thought it was a good sparring session, but I did want to highlight some things of what I was doing against you. Because I think...
Yeah, you're kind of, you're slowing me down. I know that, and you're doing like a lot of like jab checks.
There's that, but actually there was some bigger stuff I was doing too. So, the jabs had more to do with the side turn situation, where I'm trying to get more accurate on what I can do when I get like evade punish you. The way that I was playing was cornering you a bit, so I think you were starting to use more moves that were punishable on evade, and that's kind of normal. It comes with the territory, but I was doing a lot of evade punish. But the main thing I was doing against you actually was identifying that you were evading down today, and so this was maybe a little less than halfway through the set. When I identified that, okay, you're evading down, right? But after I identified that, I don't think you changed it. I think, I was, the comment that I was making on the recording was that basically it's okay. It's generally okay to evade up or down.
Yeah, I can't really see you.
But here's the key. If you do it though, if you evade up or down, you do need to, if the opponent starts tagging you for it, you need to start like, if you can identify that that's what they're doing, you need to at least switch up and down sometimes. That's going to be a big factor. Now, I do encourage you, I do believe that your skill set, the skills that I have seen you exhibit and still exhibit in your matches, I do believe you can and are able to eventually evade based on front or back, or front leg, if that's all it needs is how to do around the front leg. But that's the tip I give for Leon, and I know that that's tough, but I do recommend that, like, usually there's a certain training you can do, and if it doesn't work for you after an hour, then okay, maybe it's going to be really hard to do right now, and you can park it. So for now, you can do up or down, but just make sure that you're pivoting when you feel like your opponent is like, target the fact that your opponent's targeting that. So that's the key. Identify if that's really what's happening. And in the case of today, if you rewatch this video, you can see I was specifically doing that. I was specifically going, okay, what I'm going to do as Leon is I'm going to make sure that my open side, my front, is facing like the down direction. That's not what I said on stream, but basically that's what I was doing. And so if it's not, I'm going to do a move that's going to cover that, like down back punch and kick, right? And so that I can get into that position, and then I'm going to start using my very good attacks that should be evaded to his backside, and I'm just going to use those because until I see him start evading up, and then if he starts evading up,
I didn't really see before, like that low, that was double hander looked like it. Yeah.
Well, there's two low attacks that look similar, right? And because of that, and they're evaded the opposite direction. Now here's the cool thing. The one that's inputted as 1p plus k, you'll have to lab that, but 1p plus k, when you block it, and you did block it, I'm going to tell you, the secret for that stupid move, it is a low, but he looks like he's crouching, but he's actually in standing position, which is really dumb, and it is punishable. So you have all your punishes for that frame data for that particular move. But that is different from the 2p plus k, the one that I used to turn around. That's a different move. These two moves look very similar. You'll have to like go into training mode and do both of them until you start seeing the difference, okay? Like this is one where you actually do have to lab so you can see the moves. And it's gonna suck, but it's, again, training now doesn't mean that I want you to master this next week. It's not. It means that I want you to plant the seeds so that later on eventually it clicks. Just plant the seeds because it's gonna sprout. Like, plant the seeds now. Like, plant the seeds now. It's the same thing with the evading. plant the seeds now. You don't have to do it right away. This is a game where it takes time to put these skills into actual matches. It takes a lot of matches, you know. But plant the idea in there, because it's gonna sprout. It's gonna end up manifesting, and before you know it, you're gonna be good at evading front and back eventually. But you just gotta plant the seeds a little bit now and just try a little here and there. But again, you can also go, you know, I'm gonna still do my down and up, but I'm gonna make sure I mix it up when that's what they're targeting. I'll do down until they get, like, if you're doing down and I'm just not really punishing you that much on it, no problem, right? No problem. It means you're doing fine, and it means I haven't got the read. But if you're evading down and you're consistently just losing every time you evade down, now you have to wonder if that's what I'm targeting. But you can reverse read. You're like, oh, he's doing that, so now I'm gonna mix up. I'm gonna mix up down. And if I do this enough, he won't know whether I'm doing front or back or up or down, you know. And it becomes a mix up. And so now, as long as I cash in on my successful evades, should be okay. But if I'm getting blown up for failed evades, maybe I should not evade as much, right? And so it's a hard decision.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, because I
no
am
problem.
colorblind.
No problem. No problem. But I do think you can do
this.
this.
For the skateboard, because that's the only thing I could see.
Yeah. So I do think you're going to be able to see this. I do think so. You're not the only person I spar with that's colorblind. One of the best players in the country is colorblind. Actually, like 2 of them are. It's very doable, but you guys will have to figure out how to work it. But everyone does. Everyone does kind of figure out. But I know there's different degrees of colorblindness. I know that's true too. So I'm not dismissing it. But I do believe that the skills that I've seen you do already tells me you are capable. But it's discouraging now. But I'm trying to encourage you for later that, like, just start planting the seeds for it. But in the meantime, you can pivot on your up and down strategy. Just treat it as a strategy, because you've proven to me that you can evade up. There were times when you evaded up the whole day. That was like 2 weeks ago. And then now I'm seeing today, I'm like, oh, he's just evading down like a lot. Like yesterday I saw evade down some. Like yesterday I saw both. I saw you, I think, starting with up and then went to down. Today...
Yeah, because I could see what was the literal limb. If I don't see anything, I'm going to do like the default.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, because we're shifting between RT and like shifting here. There's a drastic difference to me. Like when it comes to, like, you know, the hit spark and everything like that, because we don't have that when we're on the PC edition and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's taking me a minute to adjust to it, because I haven't been playing all down here that much. I've only been playing on like basically Sundays. So I'm trying. So I'm trying to get the reps and the memory back of, like, okay, this is what this does, you know. Right. So I know that sounds like an excuse, but, you know,
it's a challenge that we work through. So this is a process of us overcoming these challenges in different ways. Yeah. There's not just one way to solve a problem, right? This game especially, there's not just one way to solve a problem. So, you know, like some of Lau's pressure tools, if you play Super Abari, like, you know your frames, and then you know a bit of his frames, then, like, you will take away a lot of his pressure game just simply by doing that. You know, because a lot of his good pressure tools are actually really slow, right? That said, it's a little hard to do it with Vanessa, because she's got, like, a lot of these attacks that are, like, they're fast. Some are the fastest, but some are just not as fast, but they're really good at crushing things, right? So, but there's a trade-off with that. Everything that can crush has some kind of drawback to it, right? In this game, almost everything that's good has some weakness. Literally everything has a weakness, right? On the Discord, you know, Jub is talking about, oh, I should just use elbow in this situation, and I'm like, yes, just understand that if the opponent starts doing backdash, they can launch you for doing elbow, you know. So it's like elbow's really good, but there is, just like everything else in this game, there's an answer to it, right? And it's not that because there's an answer to it, you don't do it. It means you do it most of the time, but when your opponent actually punishes it, when your opponent shows the answer, you can respond to that. This is the same thing. When your opponent is punishing your evade direction, it doesn't really matter the logic you're using as long as you're mixing it up once they do that, right? Okay. So it's more like you just pivot on the fact that they're doing it, right? And then you're like, you know what? I can lead this dance too. I don't have to look at it the same way as Chanchai looks at it, but I can move this dance simply by changing my option, right? So that's one. Two, something I did against you today, and I've been doing it a bit against you sometimes, but today I think I did a better mix of it. So both you and I like to attack. Both you and I like to assault openings. We like to attack weaknesses or vulnerabilities. Okay. I think the thing that I did a little better today was that I was just blending just a little bit of defensiveness in there at certain moments that, like, it looks like I'm still moving and attacking, but I'm really just doing like a backdash evade, right? Or, and why am I doing that? I'm doing it because even though sometimes you're waiting to attack or you're watching for an opening, sometimes that will trigger you to still attack. But attack from me being farther away and me possibly evading, and that backdash is delaying my evade, so I have a higher chance of evading, you know? And so that's what's happening there. And that's also when I was like, okay, the 9P is coming out at random times now because he's crushing lows. So instead of low punching, I'm just going to do backdash evade, you know? And then suddenly you saw me, and then I'm going to tell myself, try to whiff punish the 9P. Don't try to crush it though, you know? And so that's where you would see me kind of start doing that, but also start being careful because, so here's the reason I was being careful with jabs after evades, was because if I'm delaying my evade, I don't get as much advantage as if I buffered the evade. But why am I delaying the evade? I'm delaying the evade because you're delaying the attacks. And I'm delaying the evade because stuff like 9P is coming out. And even though 9P could be immediately evaded, it's a low crush. It's coming at weird moments. So a backdash evade, I'm doing that partially to trap your 9P, you know? And it doesn't mean that 9P is weak, but this happens to be one of the weaknesses of 9P, is that if I'm doing this long of a delay, it buys me time to see that I'm defending against a 9P. And then I can try to whiff punish it, but I gotta make sure I attack after it's not hitting anymore, you know? So that's what I'm doing. And so what happens, so in the case like
that too, because I've noticed it, but I just did not understand the philosophy behind it, because I understood it was a change up.
Yeah.
It's just like I didn't know what I can do behind it, because
right.
I was afraid of you crushing me.
But this is why, like, yesterday and today you saw that, like, you know, you're rushing kick and guard or whatever, that like long range spin kick. The reason it gets me is because it's trying to catch me. It's catching me when I'm doing backdash evade, right? It's a full circular at long range, right? And it's like, okay, there's a chance that I can guard it, but even if I guard it, it kind of sucks. So that's what's happening there. But today I think I played those situations better. But what I'm going to say really quick before my video stops recording, but we'll still chat after, is that so with that backdash evade, that means that my advantage is going to be less because I'm delaying my evade. Because I'm delaying my evade, I have less advantage than if I was buffering the evade. So this means that's why you start seeing me use jabs instead of trying to combo you, right? So like I do backdash evade against your 9P. Actually, I could crumple that, but I'm a little worried that I might be a little late and that I might not have the frames to really crumple it. So I just jab you because I know for sure I have the frames to do that. And so I'll do that. But also, when I do that, you're going to be stuck on side turn, because I'm still side hitting you. So as long as I keep side hitting you, you're stuck in side turn, unless I do like a full sequence that gets you out of it, you know, or I wait for a certain time. Huh? Yeah, it's really evil. You need to learn this because Harpooneer does this a lot to people. When Harpooneer goes